Hello, Wildman Rouse here, professional wildlife photographer. I'm out in Kenya on safari at the moment, hence my tent that you can see here. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. What more could you want? And in my hand, I've got the brand new OM-1 Mark II, a fantastic camera for wildlife photographers. I've been testing it, I've been loving it. Here's my honest views. Now, before we start, I love my OM-1s. I've got 3 of them. They're fantastic cameras, revolutionized my wildlife photography. I've nailed some fantastic things with them. Okay, I really love that camera. It's just absolutely amazing. There are some things though that I have wanted tuned, and forget about new sensor. I don't need a new sensor. I'm quite happy with the sensor I've got. Everyone screams new sensor, new sensor. We don't need that. What we need are improvements to some of the performance aspects of the camera to make it even better for a wildlife photographer. And guess what? That's exactly what they have done, which is it's amazing that they've listened to us, the wildlife photographers out there, to give us what we want. So here are a few ideas that I've got on how I use these new functions, broken down for you with a quick summary at the end. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the new improved autofocus. Wow, it's made a huge difference already to my wildlife photography. Now, the OM-1, there was nothing wrong with it. I nailed some fantastic shots with it, and it introduced to us Subject Detect AF, which was absolutely brilliant. AI based, of course. The Mark II has taken this a step further, and it's really sticky. And what do I mean by sticky? It really holds the autofocus right the way across the frame through difficult conditions. As a mammal, it tracks it through grass. It's just been absolutely fantastic. Now, I first tested the bird detect at Slimbridge on. It wasn't a great day, to be honest. I didn't have a lot of birds, but the ones I did, I managed to track in the frame really nicely. It held the birds all the way across the frame, so I got far more in focus than I would have normally got. Out here, I have been testing it with elephants and lions and cheetah and all kinds of things, often hanging down the side of the vehicle, really low angle, you know, very unstable, you know, whatever. And it's done a fantastic job at picking up the eye and removing the need for me to worry about the autofocus. It does it for me so well. You know, the other day I focused on a cheetah through grass, and as the cheetah's moved its head, it kept the eye in focus through the grass. It's really fantastic, the new AF. Really sticky, and guess what, video users? It tracks really well in video mode. I know, it's unbelievable. Shooting 4K video, I can track a subject. Absolutely brilliant. I know most videographers, they say you should use manual focus. I'm not born into that age. You know, I'm the kind of guy that just wants to take some nice video of wildlife so I can put it on the internet and show it. I'm not a professional filmmaker, so all I want the camera to do is track it, and it does a great job of that. So the autofocus is brilliant. It's taken the people option now away from the main menu and put it in the tracking menu, okay, putting it in the subject detect menu. So that's moved, and they've also removed the CAF plus tracking option. So you've now just got the CAF option, you turn the subject detector on and off. Absolutely brilliant. And here's the thing, right? When I use it, I select all of the points in the frame, and I let it detect the bird, which is, or the subject, or whatever. It's fantastic. And then what happens if I've got a flock of birds? Let's say I've got 6 or 7 or even 8. Well, the Mark II detects up to 8 subjects in the frame and lets you select which one you want to focus on. I mean, really, the automation on it is fantastic, and it has really helped me nail some fantastic shots, some of which you've been seeing as I've been talking, which is a lot more preferable to seeing me, and some of which you'll see later in the videos as well. So the AF, it's fantastic, and it's worth the upgrade alone. If it wasn't for... Did you like that link? That was allowing me to have a drink. If it wasn't for the image stabilization improvement, oh my God, it's gone up to 8.5 stops. 8.5 stops. I think the OM-1 was about 7. It's gone up to 8.5, and it makes a massive difference when you're hand holding a big lens, especially when you're shooting at the far end. So at the 800 millimeters, obviously the 150 to 400, but we double it to talk to people in the other worlds. So 800 millimeters, incredibly stable. I've been testing the new 150 to 600. at 1200 millimeters, so at 600 mil, right at the far end of the range. It is so stable, it's unbelievable. And of course with video as well, it means we can shoot stable video. So that's been a massive improvement, the image stabilization, really, really great. And that would be worth it with the AF alone if it wasn't for, see what I'm doing there with the links, it's good, isn't it? If it wasn't for the increased buffer. Yeah, the buffer has gone up over 2 times. What do you mean 2 times? Yeah, I'm going to read this because I want to get it right. So if you're in 120 frame a second SAF mode on RAW, it's going to shoot 213 RAWs, 213. And if you're like me, you're shooting 50 frame a second like Pro Capture or something, you know, in blackout mode, it's going to shoot 256 RAWs in the buffer. Now, what does that mean in real life? Well, obviously you can blast a lot more without the buffer locking out and you missing shots. When you're in Pro Capture, it means you can do repetitive Pro Capture sequences. So like this morning, I was doing a bee eater flying off of a branch. So I get that sequence and then I don't have to wait for the buffer to rewrite, okay, to give me some space before I can shoot it landing back on the branch because I've got so much buffer there. It's really, really great. It's made Pro Capture, I guess, much more usable for me. It's much more flexible. I can do more with it and I can take more shots. And with the improved image stabilization and the improved sticky autofocus, when you combine it with a buffer, it really, really helps your shooting performance. You're just going to get more great images in focus. And as a wildlife photographer, what more could you want than that? Now for the video people out there, not only have you got the enhanced tracking that works really, really well, but you can shoot in vertical mode. Now, why would you shoot in vertical mode? So that you can put it on social media without any editing, okay? Because not all of us want to load stuff onto a video editing program and spend hours editing it. A lot of us don't have the time to do that. So what I would do as a tip for you is I would set a custom function mode to be 1920 full HD. Okay, I've assigned it to one of the buttons I don't use at the bottom here. Custom function 4 I've used, because normally, of course, you want to shoot in 4K. You don't want to be shooting in 1920 HD. You want to be shooting in 4K. So when I go to vertical, okay, the camera will automatically put the right format. I'll press custom function 4 and I will shoot really great vertical video with it being tracked as well, which is fantastic. It means I can actually put video onto my social media, which is brilliant. So that's why the vertical video option is there. It's to cut out the middleman with the software. You can put it straight up. Of course, you've got to expose it correctly, but it should save you a lot of time and get a lot more of you shooting video, which is a really good thing, because the natural world, we need to spread the message around the world about how fantastic it is, and video is a great medium to do that. Now, a few more bits for you. First of all, if you shoot in high-res shot mode, it's been increased to 14-bit. So you can shoot in 12-bit, like on the OM-1, but the Mark II, you can also shoot in 14-bit, obviously for increased quality. The graduated filter option has been added. I know, a live graduated filter. So if you go out in the field, you forget your filters or you don't use them, you can use live view, you just pull it down. It's really beautifully implemented. You put where it is, twiddle it about a bit, say how strong it is, and then write it. That's your filter, which is absolutely fantastic. Any of you that shoot in live ND, I shoot in live ND a lot for creativity, to slow the shutter speed right down, especially in bright conditions. There's one more stop being added onto that, so you can go even slower. The blackout free operation has been enhanced as well. So in modes SH1 and SH2, the limitation is currently 1/320th of a second. That's gone down to 1/60th, so you can shoot in lower light conditions and get all the benefits of blackout free shooting, which is absolutely brilliant. I mean, I love doing blackout free shooting. It makes a massive difference to me. And last but not least, all the dials here have been rubberized. What does that mean? It means when you're out in the field and your hands are cold, they feel a lot better to the touch and a lot more positive to the touch. So, you know, sometimes when your hands are cold, you can press a button and it doesn't really press it properly. Well, with this, with the rubberized dials, it will eliminate that, which is great, right? Well, there you go. That's what I thought about the OM-1 Mark II in my testing in Kenya and also in the UK. For me as a professional wildlife photographer, right, I need every advantage I can get to nail that perfect shot, because I have to sell my pictures. That's my living, okay? So any camera that gives me an advantage, and I've had this policy my whole career, any camera that gives my photography an advantage, I will get. And for me, the OM-1 Mark II with the really sticky autofocus, the new AI subject detect, the way it works on mammals much better than it did before, but also great on birds. The image stabilization means I can be very stable. I shoot low angle, I hold the camera down very low. I need really increased stabilization and really excellent subject detect AF, because often I can't adjust the AF. So for me, these advantages that this camera gives me with the buffer as well and the blackout shooting are brilliant, okay? And so I will upgrade. Now, for you, it's your own personal decision. You have to decide what you want. I will say that for those of you that haven't made the path upgrade yet to the OM-1, you're on the EM1X or the Mark III, or even a camera before that, this is a perfect time to upgrade, okay, to get all the benefits of this new system. It will make the world of difference to your wildlife photography. All right, that's all from me from now, from Mr. Wildman Rouse out here in Kenya. It's time for lunch, and then afternoon safari with my OM-1 Mark II again. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye now.